turn the lights down nice and low, turn off the TVs. Don't have anything going on that's going to be distracting. This is about you, about your body and your mind and your breathing. Okay, so with that, let's go ahead and get started. Come all the way down onto your back. We're going to begin. Once you're down, into position, bend up the knees, wrap the arms around the legs, and just pull the knees gently toward the body. Let the eyes come closed. And begin to feel your breathing, your belly breathing against the fronts of your legs. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Release your knees, let the feet come onto the ground, and stretch your legs out along the mat. Bring your hands on your belly, and once again, pay attention to your breathing. Inhale, belly expands. Exhale, belly falls. Inhale, belly expands. Exhale, belly falls. Keep going, allowing your mind to quieten as you focus on what it feels like to breathe. And finishing that last long exhale. Bend up your knees. Once again, wrap the hands around the knees and pull in. And send those feet up toward the ceiling. Hold on to the backs of the legs. And then bend the knees. Let the feet come onto the ground. Drop the knees to the left. Turn your head toward the right. Eyes are closed, your breathing is full, you're going to feel an expansiveness in your rib cage. And then finishing that next exhale, very slowly switch sides. The knees lift, we drop the knees to the right, and we look toward the left. Just allow your body to fall into the position. Your exhale completely relaxes the body. And then release and come back up. Back to the center position. Stretch out the left leg. Wrap the hands around the right knee. Pull the right knee in. Take your shoulders away from your ears. And just hold this position with your knee pulled in toward your body. So our breathing pattern focuses on the exhale. That's the relaxation breath. So you take in as much air as you need, a gentle inhale. And then we extend that exhale. Generally, we breathe in through the nose. Exhaling through the nose is preferred, or you can exhale through the mouth if you prefer that. One more long breath. And as you're ready to finish that breath, then release that leg all the way down onto the mat and bring the left leg up. Nice and slow. Every movement we make is slow. Hands around the left knee, pull the left knee toward the left shoulder. So whenever any thought pops into the mind, we notice the thought and then let it go. Just let that thought drift away. Sometimes a visual will help you. Notice the thought and just imagine putting that thought in a cloud or a bubble, and letting that cloud just float away. And then we return the attention to the breath. And the breath should feel so slow and so peaceful. Let's hold this position for one more breath. And then take your time, release your hand hold, stretch out that left leg, place your hands back on your belly. Breath in, breath out. Again, moving slowly, bend up your knees, feet on the ground. Bring your feet close together and wiggle your sides of your big toes against each other. So feel this tactile stimulation, noticing the feeling, the sensation of wiggling the sides of your big toes against each other. Fully connected to the body. And then hold the feet in place, open the knees out, and bring the soles of the feet together. You can always wiggle around a little bit, adjust. If you're cold at all, that blanket might come in handy. Now in this position, the soles of the feet are together. And again, like we did when we were rubbing the toes together, just take a moment to feel the sensation of the soles of your feet against each other. This is not a common position you would do in everyday life. So you notice, wow, what does that feel like to bring my feet together? And the soles of the feet are sensitive. There are a lot of important touch points in the soles of the feet. And now from here, let the arms extend out directly away from the shoulders with the palms facing up. Feel like you're taking up a bit of space. Those arms have reached comfortably out away from the shoulders. And if you like, you can bend the elbows a little so the hands come up a little higher. Or if that creates any discomfort, then just continue to have the arms straight and reaching out away from the shoulders. Just making sure you're not holding the belly in. Sometimes we feel like our bellies are not the shape that we want, so we tend to hold them in. Let's don't do that. Let's allow ourselves to accept our bodies and to be free. Allow the breath. Breathing in, belly expands. Breathing out, belly falls. It feels so good to rest. And take your time to slowly draw the knees back up. And once those knees are all the way together, wrap the hands around the knees and pull in. And then place one hand onto each knee and open the knees wide apart. You should feel a nice stretch on the inner legs here. You have options. You can just hold on to each knee and let the knees be wide, or you could lift the feet up and reach your hands higher up your legs onto your shins or your ankles or even your feet if you're able to for happy baby stretch. Always want to find a position that feels comfortable for you and yet useful for you. As I mentioned in the beginning, the body is receptive to these deeper stretches where we're holding a little longer. Daily activities have stretched out our muscles, and it's quite safe to stretch here as opposed to first thing in the morning. So just for another couple of breaths, let those legs widen. Feel that inner leg stretch. And then moving very slowly, draw those feet in, relax, release the handhold, and let the feet come back onto the ground. Breath in and breath out. And then take your time to roll yourself up to upright position. And feel free to put that blanket underneath if you find that useful. Seated position. We're going to widen the feet, so walk the feet away from each other. If there's any discomfort here in the knees, then it's fine to have the knees a little higher. You might want to place your hands on the floor, and you can just lean forward like this. If the joints feel okay, then you widen the feet, lower the knees, and again, just let yourself drop forward. I like to kind of rock side to side on the sit bones. That blanket underneath feels really nice. It feels comforting. You can have the elbows on the knees if you like, be a little more upright. Or you could drop the hands down and just lower your head and let that head drop. And in this position, we're just allowing gravity to do the work. Just let yourself sink down. You'll find that you can make little adjustments to your position as the body adjusts. If you feel any discomfort at all, you can always wiggle around a little or just allow your breathing to help you. You'll find in these positions that any little discomfort oftentimes disappears just after about 3 breaths. We're going to move very slowly, lifting yourself up just enough to switch the feet out. So the other foot comes in front. Make any adjustment that you like. And right back down into your position. And your breathing is slow and deep. You're observing that exhale. Sometimes giving yourself a little affirmation is nice. So as you exhale, saying the words, I am relaxed. I am moving towards sleep. I am allowing my brain to relax and to quieten. And again, moving very slowly as you lift yourself up out of that position, holding on to the knees and draw that spine up tall. Give yourself a smile, eyes can be closed. And when you're ready, open the legs out into a straddle position. Again, you can have the block underneath you or the blanket. If your legs are just slightly straddled, that's fine. Or if they're a little bit further, whatever feels okay to you. And again, we drop down, and you might want to have the hands in front for support. You can bend the knees if that's helpful. Or for some of you, you might find you are able to get down onto the elbows. Just respect your body, do what works for you. I love noticing how the body responds to the position. As I breathe and hold, and I'm patient, I feel the body begin to gradually open. A couple more breaths. You might want to adjust a little bit. You're always welcome to drop down a little lower if your body says yes. Take your time, work yourself back up. And we're going to finish up by propping the legs up. You can move over to a wall and put your legs up a wall, or what you might find useful is to come close to a chair and put your legs up onto a chair or a couch, whatever's convenient for you, is to place your feet up just above the heart. And wiggle the shoulders, adjust your head, close the eyes. And this is a great position to stay in for a minute or 2 minutes or 5 minutes. So I'm going to allow you to just take whatever time you would like here. And as you hold this position for a little bit, then hopefully you are completely ready for bed and you can just go fall into sleep as you've completely prepared your body and your mind to relax into a deep slumber. Feel free to stay here as long as you like.